3 months after Operation Sindoor ended, India has revealed something it had never admitted during the fighting itself. Air Chief Marshal Amar Singh stood before public in Bangalore and announced 6 Pakistani aircraft had been shot down by the Indian Air Force, 5 fighters, and one far more valuable prize, a Saab 2000 Erieye airborne early warning aircraft. Singh claimed the kill was achieved at nearly 300 kilometers by India's new Russian-made S-400 air defense system. If true, that wasn't just an Indian victory. It would have been the longest surface-to-air missile kill in the history of air combat. But could these really happen? Let's find out ourselves by understanding the technical details and look closely at the machines themselves, the radars, the missiles, and the tactics that define modern aerial warfare. The centerpiece of India's story is the S-400 Triumf. It isn't just a launcher parked on a hill. It's an entire integrated network, radars, command centers, and missile batteries working in sync. The system's long-range radar, known as Big Bird, can detect large aircraft up to 600 kilometers away. Its engagement radar, Gravestone, guides missiles toward their targets with pinpoint precision. And the missiles themselves are varied. Some are designed for shorter ranges, maneuverable enough to intercept fighters. But the giant of the system is the 40N6 missile, built to take down high-value targets like AWACS and tankers, at ranges up to 400 kilometers. On paper, that makes the Saab Erieye surveillance aircraft the perfect target. The Saab isn't fast, it isn't stealthy, and its large radar array gives it a huge signature. If Singh's claim is accurate, an Indian S-400 battery may have done exactly what it was designed to do: reach across the border and swat down Pakistan's airborne eyes from nearly 300 kilometers away. But while technically possible, such a shot is anything but routine. At those ranges, Earth's curvature means only high-flying aircraft are visible. Electronic warfare and jamming can break radar locks, and missiles that fly that far are approaching the edge of their energy envelope, giving pilots more time to evade. That's why analysts view the claim with caution. India also says it destroyed Pakistani fighters during the conflict, likely F-16 Fighting Falcons and JF-17 Thunders. These are not outdated museum pieces. Pakistan's F-16s, supplied by the United States, remain some of the most capable fighters in the region. They're armed with AIM-120 AMRAAM missiles, which can strike targets more than 100 kilometers away. They're fast, maneuverable, and combat-proven in conflicts from the Middle East to the Balkans. Then there's the JF-17, a fighter co-developed with China. The Block 3 variant, which Pakistan began deploying in recent years, carries a modern AESA radar and China's feared PL-15 missile, a weapon with a reach of 200 kilometers, longer than most Western equivalents. In theory, a JF-17 Block 3 could fire at an Indian jet before the Indian pilot even knew he was being tracked. But all of that changes under the umbrella of the S-400. Its radars can track hundreds of targets simultaneously, and its overlapping missile coverage forces enemy pilots to fight with a constant threat looming over them. Flying into that kind of airspace is a deadly gamble. The Pakistani story has been quite different. Its defense minister called India's announcement a fabrication, claiming instead that 6 Indian aircraft were lost, including at least 1 and perhaps as many as 3 of the Rafales India bought from France. If true, that would make Pakistan the first nation in the world to shoot down a Rafale in combat. Pakistan even went further, alleging it struck parts of the S-400 system itself and knocked Indian air bases out of action. But here too, evidence is thin. Radar data has been shown privately to foreign journalists, but nothing verifiable has been released. And here's the problem. When it comes to proof, both nations face the same dilemma. Showing too much reveals too many secrets. Radar logs would confirm a kill, but they would also expose the exact frequencies, tracking capabilities, and weaknesses of systems like the S-400 or Pakistan's Erieye. Releasing cockpit footage or AWACS recordings would compromise how each side detects and tracks enemy aircraft, giving adversaries valuable intelligence for the next conflict. Even wreckage, if recovered, is often withheld because it can reveal what altitude and range the aircraft was struck at, or even what missile was used. In short, in the chess game of air warfare, evidence isn't just evidence, it's intelligence. And intelligence, once revealed, can't be taken back. And this is where the technical side matters to make a just analysis. In modern air warfare, most missiles miss. Studies of past conflicts, from Desert Storm to the Ethiopia-Eritrea War, show that beyond visual range missile hit rates can be as low as 15%. Chaff, electronic jamming, and evasive maneuvers all cut into effectiveness. Even advanced systems like the AIM-120 or PL-15 rarely achieve the one-shot, one-kill ideal imagined on paper. That's why independent analysts believe both India and Pakistan are exaggerating. It's entirely possible India did score a historic long-range kill against the Pakistani Erieye. It's also possible Pakistan managed to shoot down Indian jets. But 6 kills on either side? That stretches credibility. And yet, even without confirmed wreckage, Operation Sindoor revealed something crucial. Air combat over South Asia has entered a new era. Gone are the days when pilots settled battles in close-range dogfights. Today, victory depends on radar range, missile kinematics, and the ability to see and shoot before the enemy can react. India's S-400 and Pakistan's JF-17 Block 3 are perfect examples. One extends its reach with radar and missiles from the ground, the other pushes the envelope from the air. Both tilt the balance, but neither guarantees safety. What makes this even more dangerous is the nuclear shadow that hangs over every clash. When two nuclear-armed rivals exchange missile salvos, the margin for error shrinks. A radar blip mistaken for an incoming strike, a missile fired in panic, and what starts as an air skirmish can spiral into something far more catastrophic. So where does that leave us? Did India's S-400 truly make history? Or did Pakistan quietly notch the world's first Rafale kills? The truth remains hidden in classified radar logs and tightly guarded military reports. And the real question isn't who shot down what in 2025. It's what happens next. Because the next time these skies erupt, it won't just be disputed claims on paper. It could reshape the balance of power in the region, or ignite a war that neither side can control. For more defense and tech analysis, subscribe to our channel.